Listen up. Because the world of fund geopolitics is not just a game. It's a brutal battlefield where your capital doesn't move randomly. It flows exactly where power pulses strongest, where narratives are owned, and where invisible lines are drawn by forces hungry to control. If you've ever felt the sting of having your investments stalled, misallocated, or blindsided by sudden political shifts, you're not alone, and it's rage-inducing. Because here's the raw truth. Your capital is enslaved to illusions crafted by nation-states, their agendas, and their wars behind the scenes. This is where frustration eats leaders alive. You feel powerless because these shifts happen fast, unseen, and seemingly without reason. One day your fund is flush with promise, the next it's hemorrhaging potential you can't explain. But here's the punch. The pain, the chaos, the confusion doesn't have to own you. You must stop pretending that funds live in a vacuum, that capital flows on pure merit or brilliant strategy alone. No. Capital moves like a tidal wave, shaped by geopolitical currents, trade wars, regulatory clampdowns, tech bans, alliances, sanctions. This is the hidden core that keeps founders awake at night and investors pulling their hair out. The game isn't about avoiding these political earthquakes. It's about learning to surf them with precision no one teaches you openly. First, start obsessively mapping the geopolitical pulse at the country, region, and even city level. Watch not only what governments say, but what they don't say. Track their moves on trade relations, military posturing, diplomacy shifts, and your very niche's regulatory whispers. The adversaries don't sleep, so neither can your intelligence. Know that fund geopolitics often weaponizes national interest to siphon away foreign capital overnight, your capital. Don't just diversify funds by sector. Diversify by geopolitical stability and emerging battlegrounds nobody's noticed yet. Second, demand from your limited partners total transparency, not just in numbers, but in their geopolitical risk strategies. Many still treat this as an afterthought, and it's bleeding money fast. Your LPs must fuse geopolitical risk into every stage of due diligence, deal structuring, and exit planning. No exceptions. If they can't or won't, drop them. Your survival depends on ruthless selection. Third, cultivate relationships far beyond borders. The old playbook of sticking within familiar networks is dead. You need allies, operatives, insiders, advisors, on the ground in multiple jurisdictions, speaking local languages, decoding local tensions before they explode. This ultra-local insight is your forecast before the storm, your radar detecting capital flow, black holes before they swallow your fund. Fourth, flip the script. Make capital work as a geopolitical tool, not just a passive resource. Invest with intention. Strategic sectors in rising powerhouses. Startups solving national security blind spots. Tech enabling sovereignty without borders. Build a portfolio that doesn't just survive geopolitical tremors, but profits from the cracks they create. Don't run from the chaos. Own the chaos. Finally, burn the old illusions. Your greatest enemy is comfort and complacency. Trust no system that pretends global stability is guaranteed. Capital flows aren't about luck. They're about force. Be relentless. Be merciless. The system is designed to trap you in old rules and inherited limitations. Break free. Build your own network of founders, investors, and partners who see the world as it really is, not how textbooks say. This is not just survival. This is the becoming, the liberation. Your capital can't be a pawn anymore. Make it a weapon. Make it a mirror reflecting the true power currents of the world. When you do this, you don't just influence fund flows, you reshape them. And in that motion, you don't just grow wealth. You ignite a revolution in how money moves, how power shifts, and how futures get built. Now stop watching. Start acting. because the tides of geopolitics don't wait, and neither should your capital.